Hey, what is up YouTube? This is the Merman Master coming at you guys from the Team Time Riders YouTube channel today with the last in a trifecta of Karakuri deck profiles. Today we are profiling Karakuri Trains. That's right, guys. This deck is a pure hybrid between two of the craziest decks that have ever come out. The crazy attack switching and synchro spamming Karakuris and the level 10 XYZ deck Trains. So what kind of madness will come out of that? Well, you guys are just gonna have to wait and see. Let's get this profile started. To start things first out, guys, with the train part of the engine, we have 3 copies of Night Express Knight. This is actually a very, very good card. When it's normal summoned, its attack power goes to 0, but you know, under a skill drain or whatever it is, Night Express Knight still comes to the field as a 3000 attack monster. Just no other restrictions or nothing like that. So he's very, very good for getting a nice beat stick onto the board. 3 copies of one of your strongest level 4, the Flying Pegasus Railroad Stampede. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target a Earth Machine type monster in your graveyard and special summon it in defense mode and negate that monster's effects. And basically you can target one other monster you control, and Stampede's level will become the same as that monster's level until the end phase, but it also basically restricts you to XYZ monsters, but at the same time allows you to also make some interesting synchro plays as well. So a very, very strong card indeed. 3 copies of the one and only Super Express Bullet Train. And this card is okay, I guess, but you really use him just to special summon him and put another body on board to basically go into your XYZs and stuff. You're not meant to attack with him, but just to overlay with him and make some of your crazy, crazy OTKs. Basically, both of these decks are super, super OTK centric. So Bullet Train actually pulls his weight literally and figuratively in this deck. 3 copies. Oh, and forgot to mention that if he's in the graveyard at the end of the turn, because he was sent there, basically he allows you to fetch a machine type monster in your graveyard, and that's any machine type monster, and add it back to your hand. 3 Derricane. Derricane is really good because also a special summon. You combine them together with the Night Express Knight or any one of your other special summon guys, and he can make some really, really good plays. So that's Derricane. Now moving on to, so that's it for your trains. Moving on to your Karakuris. I got a larger engine. I got the Karakuri Gamma for level manipulation and changing battle position. 2 Strategists also for that. 2 Nanishi, and finally 1 Saizon. Closing out your Karakuris for their battle position changing effects. Moving on to your spell cards. This, of course, wouldn't be a Karakuri deck and a train deck without 2 copies of the Revolving Switchyard, using 2 instead of 3 here, but just really, really good card for basically just special summoning stuff out of your deck and making more plays. So you want to get your Pegasus and stuff out on the field, which is good. Makes a monster level 10 as well, which is super, super helpful. And then you can send a card from your hand to the graveyard to add 1 level 10 Earth Machine type monster from your deck to your hand. Now with Revolving Switchyard, of course, we've got the Protecting spell card, Mound of the Battle Creator. Protects monsters from being targeted or destroyed by card effects if they're level 10, and will also allow you to inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent whenever it destroys a monster by battle. And when this card on the field is destroyed, you can add a Divine monster from your deck to your hand. However, that literally will never come up. 3 copies of Karakuri Anatomy, kind of like 6 Samurai United, in the fact that Karakuri monsters' battle positions will be changed, and so you will draw cards and continue to push your combo and advantage forward. 1 copy of Foolish Burial, 1 copy of Limiter Removal, and finally 1 copy of Scapegoat closes out the spells. Moving on to the trap cards. Pretty simple lineup. We've got 3 copies of Solemn Strike, a single copy of Dimension Barrier, people still running links, so I didn't really feel like it was needed in here at any more than 1. And finally, the secret tech, guys, is 3 copies of Bomb Guard. Pulse Mines, should I say. Basically, if you control a machine-type monster, change your opponent's attack position monsters, if any, to defense position, and if a monster is normal summoned or special summoned to your opponent's side of the field, that monster is changed to defense position. So very, very good card, and definitely interesting to run in the deck. Now, of course, the reason that I put all of these cards like this is because I wanted to explain the cards that sort of bring this entire deck together. And that is, of course, your schedule cards. 1 copy of the special schedule for your special summons, but most importantly, 3 copies of the urgent schedule. Now, the urgent schedule is amazing because it's the thing that ties, it's like the glue that ties your Karakuri and your Train cards together. Karakuri and Trains don't seem like a deck type that would work, but they're both Earth Machine type monsters. But Urgent Schedule allows you to special summon 1 Karakuri and 1 Train, and then you can basically pretty much mix and match your Karakuris to go for different synchros and different XYZs based on your extra decks and plays that you are willing to make. So whether you're going to go for your Karakuri Super Shogun Barebu, if you want, or you're going to go for any one of your different Train monsters, that's an option in effect that is given to you thanks to Urgent Schedule. So I feel like I wanted to give this card a special shout out because it really does do quite a lot for this deck, and you would be remiss not having it in here. Now, as I mentioned, some of the Karakuri Synchros I am missing at the moment. Some cool cards that you can run in the deck, of course, are like Beast and Barkion and Landois and other cards that really gain benefits from being Earth-type monsters. However, I wanted to draw a special set of attention to some of the Train monsters that Father Jose has allowed me to borrow in the deck to basically showcase some of the really cool stuff that we have in here. Things like number 27 Dreadnoid, which allows you to special summon, as Louis calls it, the Megazord. We've got the 3 copies of Double-Headed Anger Knuckler. This card is really, really good for just basically sending stuff to the graveyard and then targeting a machine-type monster that is level 10 and special summoning it to the field. So you got a Karakuri or something that you're not using, easily replace it using Anger Knuckle with a level 10 Train. And then it's sort of got that recursion effect as well, so you can keep using Anger Knuckle. We've got, of course, guys, the 3 copies of Superior Dora. You can, of course, switch those out with different cards as you want them, but Superior Dora is actually very, very good card to just sort of sit on, and your opponent can't do much unless they have some kind of some way to remove it, because it just sort of makes itself unaffected. 3 Gustav Maxes. I personally love this card because you combine it together, and inflict 2,000 damage, and then overlay right on top of that, of course, 3 copies of Super Dreadnought Cannon Juggernaut Lieb, which boosts himself up to 6,000 attacks. So you inflict 2k with Dreadnought Gustav Max, and then you use this to inflict another 6k, and that's an easy 8,000 points of damage. Sky Palace Gangaridai, another cool level 10 monster that can really catch your opponent off guard. And, of course, the Clifford Genius. Special shout-outs and a honorable mention, of course, to the original Megazord, the giant level 5, level 10 guy that requires 3 monsters and pops face-down spells and trap cards. Really, really cool card. But definitely a card that a lot of people would be super, super happy to be able to go into. And you can do that in this deck. Super Dimensional Robo Galaxy Destroyer. So guys, that's going to do it for the deck profile. I hope you did enjoy it. I know that it is not, you know, the best format for a deck profile, but I really did want to get this out, especially since I'm looking to give these cards back to Father Jose at some point very soon. So if you did like the deck profile, please remember to give this video a like, rate, comment, subscribe to the Team Time Riders YouTube channel for more great content just like this. And this has been the Mermail Master signing out. Catch you guys next time. Peace.